one is the food processing part of this. So if I want to chop up your onions, your garlic, make some home fries, hash brown, potato pancakes, I let the machine do the work for me. I don't do it. So just take and put that on that number one and use this one. Now you have your pulsing part. That's your food processor part. The higher you dial it up, the smaller the chop is going to be. You can do that side. Let it run. Now, it's not necessary to do, but that is a great way to chop up your onions or garlic. Now, on this one, I'm just going to throw everything in. Tomato, lycopene, celery. You can't put that in your blender or garbage disposal. What I should have pointed out to you guys, when you are cutting your vegetables to do the soups, I really don't care what the book says, okay? If I asked you to go in the kitchen and cut 3/4 of a cup of carrots, you haven't a clue what that is. But if you take and cut everything to about the same size, nothing gets too dominant in the flavor. And that size is 1 to 2 fingers. So if I'm going to put my carrot in here, it's 2 fingers. This way nothing gets too dominant. And everything looks about the same size. And go ahead and throw that in with the skin on it. Throw the cilantro in. Now I'm going to speed this up.
Tell me what it is you put in there again.
Excuse me?
Tell me everything you put in there again.
There is onion, cabbage, celery, carrots, cilantro, about 3.5 cups of water.
3.5 cups.
Now all I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to flip that right over to the soup setting now.
Was there tomato in there, or you put that in there later?
It's in there.
Oh, a half a tomato? Okay.
I cut the tomato in half. Oh, you got it? Okay. There you go. Now the reason why I cut my tomato like this is I'm going to use this at a different place. So the carrot was known as a dry chop. This one is going to be known as the wet chop. So just flip that over to the soup setting, hit that part, and you can go finish your laundry, go finish your TV stick. Let the machine run, and it automatically will go into the higher speeds. Now this is a vegetable bouillon cube that is vegan, organic, gluten-free, no MSG. It's also low in sodium. The company name is called Rapunzel. Because I want to control my sodium, I cut this into halves or quarters. The longer that goes, the hotter this will become. Drop that little piece in there. This is a blended up spice. This has all its Southwest flavors with no MSG, low in sodium, also gluten-free. Now this is a Vitamix promoted product. We sell it in a 3-pack. We have a Southwest, which is going to taste like Texas. We have a Thai curry, which is a very soft, sweet curry. Some curries can get very harsh. That's a very soft one. And the third one is Italian basil. It is more a basil flavor, sweetness, and not the oregano flavor that most Italian seasonings have. They're sold for $29.95, and that is about 1/4 of a tablespoon of the seasoning. Now, the longer I let this go, the hotter that will become. But I didn't want to. Because I started out with the hot water, the machine is going to do the rest of the work for me. And that's what I'm looking for, the heat to come out on top. To see how thin that looks, to get this a little creamier, I'm going to use some flax seeds. And that's about a tablespoon of flax seeds. That, and I get flax seeds, not the milk. Now when you've got the Pro Series, the machine does half the work for you. Now when I tell people, get the recipe book, follow that recipe exactly the way it is in the cookbook. Once you get the flavors, then forget it. Put your personality into it. This is my personality.
Mommy, like when you guys make a
So because I started out with the hot waters, I don't need it to let it run for the full 5 minutes. Now this is the Pro Series, so it will shut off automatically. See the foam on top? I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that. You guys have a Vitamix? Do you? You ever get something that's foamy?
No, my husband doesn't.
Okay. So all you do is put it on the number 1 and hit that side. That's going to take all that air from the very top of it and start sucking that down towards the bottom of it. So when you turn that off, you can see how I got rid of some of that. But I'm going to put the air back into it now. So I threw in the other part of my tomato. I've got some spinach in here. Now I'm going to go all the way down to that number 10. Now that gives me texture. Nobody by choice wants to have all your meals through a straw. Add some black beans to this, some corn, a few tortilla chips, maybe some small amount of chicken. So if you got some leftovers from yesterday, put a little chicken, some barbecued pork ribs in here.
Was that crushed bones?
Poultry, yes.
There it is.
Don't throw